Welcome to Forum 32.
Thanks a lot for having me here.
Vibhu. That's what your Facebook ID is.
Yes.
And Vibhu Raghav.
Yes.
Do you want to tell your full name?
Well, my full name is Kunwar Vaibhav Kumar Singh Raghav.
Right.
Being a Rajput, yes, we are proud of our long names.
Yeah, so do we call you Kumar?
No, I think Vibhu should be okay.
Okay.
So, Vibhu is my nickname. So, I just kept it because, as you know already, like, we've talked about it, how I've traveled a lot abroad. I've worked, I've studied abroad. And Vaibhav was a difficult name for people there. So, they would call me Vaibhav or something. So, I thought, okay, let's use my nickname. It worked so beautifully that when I moved to Bombay, I just thought, okay, let's keep Vibhu. Because I haven't seen many Vibhus around in the industry yet.
Okay.
So it kind of works. So even if I'm in middle of like 1,000 people and somebody calls my name Vibhu, I just know it's me. So it's easier.
That's good. That's good. Now, we're going to talk about this being your first show.
Yeah.
And of course, we want to know the journey that brought you to this place.
Well, it's a long journey with a lot of twists and turns,
Right.
unexpected ones, of course. And how it started was, when I was in school, I had no idea what I wanted out of my life. The only thing I knew was I wanted to travel. So I ended up doing engineering with the hope that, okay, with computer science engineering, I'll get to travel a lot. While doing my computer science engineering, more than halfway through it, I realized that I'm too much of a people's person to be sitting on a computer desk and working 9 to 9. That was not my thing. So then I told myself, okay, let's work for a few years and then I'll get into MBA. I'll probably move out and get to travel and be, you know, my kind of people's person. And so I worked for 3 years for Adobe. I was a software tester. I used to test the Adobe products, and then I quit my job for MBA. I was traveling to Canada for that, and I think it was 4 months before my MBA that I quit my job, and I was traveling in Scotland somewhere, and something triggered something in my brain, and I wrote to my university that I'm not coming this year, I'll join next year. So they were okay with that. So they said, okay, fine, you can join next year. And I wanted to take that 1 year sabbatical because I had worked so much in last few years at that point that I thought I deserve a year off. So during that year off, I wanted to do different things, and first thing I ended up doing was a film school. And that's where everything started. So I thought, okay, let's give it a shot how it is to be on the camera and stuff, because I was always passionate about films. And by the end of it, I just knew what I wanted out of my life. This is what I wanted to do all my life. Like, I couldn't see myself sitting on the computer desk all my life. That was my biggest worry when I was working. Here, I see myself doing this all my life, so I'm happy. And that's how. So I picked up schools everywhere, or Googled them, and eventually I landed at New York Film Academy in New York. And from there, I was going to move to UK, which didn't happen for certain other reasons, and I moved to Bombay instead. And then I got here.
Okay.
Yes, I landed here half-heartedly because somehow I was not even sure what I actually wanted in terms of acting. I just wanted to act, but I wasn't very clear about Bollywood or TV or Western cinema, because when I was at my school in New York Film Academy, I was already getting a lot of small work offers. The only problem was my visa, which I couldn't get through. So I ended up in Bombay, and I started my hopes here afresh, because here the ball game is totally different. And it's been working out fine, I guess. It's been a while, and I've done a couple of commercials, I've done movie projects. Unfortunately, that did not turn out well, as in the movies never came out. So as we know, like, a lot of movies do
Very
not
true.
touch the screen. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, my movies happen to be one of those. And then I got through this show, and here I'm talking to you.
Lovely. I mean, talking to us is the best part that we can think about.
No, that's the best for me as well, because it's really amazing. Like I said, I'm a people's person. I love talking to people. I love people in general.
And yeah, we were the first one that you gave an interview to, if I
Yes.
remember correctly,
Yes.
though that particular interview went kaput.
Yes, because of some audio thing.
Audio problem.
Yeah, audio
and then
problem.
I think you must have given an interview to another. Have you? Have you given an interview yet? Any other interview?
Not for the show. I have been interviewed for other things, but not for the show.
Not for the show yet. Oh, okay, so we're still the only ones.
Yes, this is
okay,
the first
that's
one,
nice.
yes.
So would you recommend to people like yourself, that go live your dream. You may not always succeed, but is it worthwhile to give it a shot, give it your best shot?
Okay, I would answer it in a very different approach, and that is my Facebook status for the day.
Okay.
So I put up a Facebook status today which said something like, okay, I do not exactly remember because it was a random fleeting thought which came to me and I just penned
You
it
might
down.
want to check on your phone.
My phone's right there.
I'll get you.
Okay. Ciao.
This happens.
Yes, thanks a lot.
I just moved
If
across.
I can access it. So I think it was while I was traveling to work that I was thinking of something about life because I don't know, I mean I think a lot beyond my work profile, beyond like the acting world I'm part of. I think of life beyond that as well. So my status says we are just a tiny speck in much larger scheme of life and just a moment in a long timeline. So let's live with open mind and heart while it lasts. So basically it says everything, like it's one small tiny life that we get. If we look at the whole timeline, which is like thousands and thousands and millions of years that Earth has been existing, we will come and go in a speck, like it's just a moment. We are born and we are gone, like before we know
I like that we're born and we're gone.
Before we know we are gone. So that one small life that you get, make the most out of it, follow your heart. Not everything's gonna work out. Like there were other things that I wanted to do in life and they did not work out, and I would still love to do that if I get a chance, and I hope I do. So there are a lot of things which you might not attain or get as you wanted, but there are a lot of other things you'll realize with time were important, and your new dreams will crop up with the right time. Just follow them. Like following your dream gives you that kind of satisfaction where you feel my life was worth it. I have been in a job which was amazing and everything, but somehow I couldn't connect to it in that dream manner, like that dream equation that I have with this field.
It didn't give the fulfillment.
Yeah,
that
so
you
it
wanted.
did not give me the satisfaction. I thought I was dragging the time. I was just, waiting for life to go by, and I knew so for sure that I would look back and I would regret. So I took a risk. It was a huge risk for me, for my family, for my, people around me, and I am quite happy the way it's working out. So what I want to say to people is, yes, do not risk your life for that, and do not risk other people's lives for that, but yes, follow your dreams and something will work out. I'm not sure if the first dream is going to work out first time, but something will work out and you will be happy with your life.
That's so lovely. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Now coming to life on a set, tell us about your first day of shoot or any incident that you remember, and you'll always remember it because either it was quirky or it was some faux pas that you did or something.
First day of the shoot, here was the most memorable day for one funny reason, and that was I was on the set by 1 in the afternoon. I got ready by 1:30 in the afternoon. My shot came around 2:30 in the night. So 11 hours I was in my costume, I was waiting for my shot to happen.
Okay.
And I had dinner on the set and somehow something went wrong and I had major stomachache
Okay.
around 1:30. And 2:30 of course my shot happened, and when my shot was getting done and they were setting up the light and everything, I couldn't stand or sit or walk. It was that bad, and all the other actors had left, only Preeti was there because it was 2 of us. And I did not know anybody on the set, so I did not know who to go and approach for this thing that I am having this major stomachache and sort me out, give me some medicine or something. So finally somebody got me some pills and I had that Pudin Hara thing. And I only know how I got that shot through because I don't know what I was doing there. Because I was totally focused on my pain. I was trying to curb it. I did not want it to show on my face because it was my entry scene and it was sort of a build-up romantic scene between me and her, Preeti. So eventually turned out, I think, pretty
So
fine.
it wasn't a painful scene where you could actually be yourself.
Yeah, I had to be totally opposite to what I was feeling. Even I think yesterday somebody was at my house, my friend's cousin, and he asked me like, when you laugh on screen, there could be days when you do not feel like smiling, like you are going whatever, through a lot of things inside here. So I told him that, I said that this is my job, I'm supposed to be doing something which has to be done right. So in that moment I told myself, even if you die doing it, do it right.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
so
good.
that was
I
my
should be
first day
laughing
here,
with
yes.
you. That's good.
Since after that, it has been smooth, yes.
Lovely, lovely. Tell us about the friends you've made here, if any.
Well, now practically everybody is a friend. Initially, they were all just colleagues and we were very cordial and everything. And with time, we've become friends and now we share personal details of life and, you know, we tell things from personal life. In the beginning, it's a little formal, but everybody has been very nice on the set, right from Subreen to Yuvraj to Ida ma'am. Yes, she's one of the sweetest person on the set, though she doesn't come across sweet on screen, but yes, she's the sweetest person on the set. And so is RC sir, and everybody else has been very good.
Are you calling them with their screen names?
Because I think that's how people will relate to them better.
Oh, you think? Okay.
Yes.
So what can you tell us about people that you know? You know, any quirky habit of each one of them while they're probably acting that they do? You know, like for example, there is this actor that I know that before he starts, he always looks at his mark. So there are plenty photographs that I have taken where I'm thinking, okay, all of them are set, I'm ready to click, and he has to look down at that point in time.
I know who you're talking about.
The majority of his photos are when he's looking down and the rest of them are happily giving me a pose, and I can't use that photograph because we've spoiled it.
So I will not be taking the names here,
Okay.
That's not the right thing to do.
Okay.
But yes, of course, one of my dear friend and co-actor, he has this habit of checking the mirror like 10 times before the shot.
Okay.
And he'll make sure that every strand of hair is perfect, you know,
Okay.
and everything on the skin is perfect and everything. And sometimes that makes me laugh because I tell him, dude, nobody's gonna really focus on your hair, you know, because I mean, scene is a larger picture. I mean, it's beyond just ourselves, you know, it's a complete picture and we are just part of that. Of course, we bring life to it, but then we are part of it. That's how I see it. So, you know, we joke about these things. And there are other things, I should not be talking about that on camera. But yeah, a lot of actors have a lot of funny things.
Like?
I have my own funny things.
Yeah, tell us about you if no one else.
I cannot